Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have a 2024 Ford F250 XL, and this truck has the off-road package. If you are in the market, be sure to check out Larry H. Miller Super Ford here in Salt Lake City. Ask for Tim. This is a truck that he actually spec'd for a customer, and if you would like to order one, be sure to reach out to him. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see the window sticker and all the options and features on this build. At the very top are the specs and the colors. And this is just a short listing of the standard equipment. And here are all the options. So that XL off-road package is only $99, and it gives you 33-inch tires, a 373 rear, and some skid plates. Here's a few other things like the outlet power plugs, power sliding rear glass was $405, and a few other things down below. Destination comes in at $1995, and this truck has a total price of $58,045. If you live on a farm or you live down a road where you're going to need four-wheel drive, I think this is the perfect setup. You already have off-road tires. One thing I like about this XL model is they give you the black bumpers, which gives it that more rugged look, and recovery hooks right there. They do actually give you a smaller chin spoiler down below. Halogen headlights, and here are the tires. These are a Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack, and 285/70/17 is the actual tire size for this. And then here are some of the capacities on it too. 3,195 pounds per tire, 80 psi is max, solid front axle. Then here's some of the badging on the side, and this mirror does still have a light that shines forward. It doesn't come on while the truck is in drive, but it does come on while it's stationary. Heated mirrors, and even though the truck doesn't have smart key system, you do still have keyless entry. Fixed running boards down below. And this is something I've mentioned in the past. These new steps on the side of the bed, I think they add a nice flair to the truck overall. So these are really good for if you need to put something in, or if you want to hook in your gooseneck trailer and lock it in basically. This is where you're going to fill up at. 34-gallon fuel tank, and it does look like this truck can take E85 as well. It's a nice add-on. And this truck does have the 10,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating, so here's the leaf spring setup for that. Black bumpers in the rear. Class 5 receiving hitch. You still have a backup camera. Now this is most likely not going to be assisted, which is not. But yeah, you guys saw that fifth wheel prep package. You have a 7 and a 4 pin. They still provide LED bed lighting too, which is something you don't normally see on these lower trim levels. But these taillights are going to be incandescent. You do have an upgrade right there if you get the STX package, which is the next best thing here, but it's going to add more money to the overall price. And let's go ahead and check out that 6.8 liter under the hood. I think most people know this, but the 7.3 liter is far superior compared to the 6.8 liter. Not because of the horsepower and torque numbers, but a lot of it has to do with the transmission behind it. So this is a 10R100 versus the 10R140 behind the 7.3 in the power strokes. This engine is going to have 400 horsepower, which is 30 less than the 7.3, but 445 pound-feet of torque, which is 40 less than the 7.3 as well. So it is down on power. If I have a chance to drive this truck, I will put it up against a 7.3 that I did, so you guys can kind of get an idea of the differences. But let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the interior, and I'll show you guys the payload. As far as the interior goes, this is a work truck, and I think that it looks really nice. I mean, even the graphics on the seats are actually pretty nice. In the past, back in like the 90s, all trucks had the worst interior colors and designs. You cannot tilt the headrest, however, you do have a telescoping steering wheel. And power windows, power door locks, you have automatic up and down for the front. Storage, vinyl floors, and automatic headlights. So for the most part, you're gonna have a lot of nice features. Cruise control, all those things are pretty much gonna come standard on all trucks today. Now when you close the door, truck Sounds great actually. And let's go ahead and start it up. As I mentioned, or as you saw in the window sticker, remote starts right there. And they do still provide you screens for your gauge cluster and of course your infotainment. Now let's go through this really quickly. You use these arrows on the right side of the steering wheel, and this will pretty much allow you to see some of your information. So it starts off with, I guess, the comm screen. Then you have your miles per hour, your trip 1, and of course they'll have a trip 2, fuel economy tab, and here's some of the information you can see. So you can see your measurements, and if you hit OK, you can see the battery voltage too, and it goes back to the comm screen. Now you do have a gear limiter, and there's an M right here that you can push to limit what gear you want to lock out. So if you want to lock out, you know, anything above 6th gear, you can do that. Now this screen looks like something out of the 2021 Super Duties. I believe this truck still has things like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let's see, there it is, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on the XL trim, so you can still have navigation for this truck. There's 5 unique drive modes. You can lock that rear axle, and you have 4 high, 4 low, trailer brake, and here's your basic climate control. So you have just about everything that you would really want to be happy in a truck. Now as far as under the seat goes, there is a little bit of storage here. These seats, you know, they don't have lumbar support, but they're pretty comfortable. And just the layout of the interior, again, basic, but it works. I feel as though having all these plugs down below are nice. And let's go ahead and check out the passenger side, and I'll show you guys the rear. Before we do that though, this truck does have the optional auxiliary switches, a place to put your sunglasses, and there's no vanity on that side, but there's one on this side. They do still provide a 120 volt plug and an additional 12 volt right here. Open storage, glove box is right there. And let's go ahead and check out the rear. They still provide a 60/40 bench. Ram takes this away from you when you get a lower trim level. 2 more USBs and more 12 volt plugs down below. Cup holders right there. You don't have seat back pockets, but there's a small place for like a bottle holder maybe, and a little bit of storage in the door. Now here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating is going to be 4,400 pounds. The rear is 6,340 with a 10,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. The wheels are 17 by 7.5, by the way. And then here's your payload, 3,257 pounds. Now that might sound low based off of some of the other reviews I've done in the past, but keep in mind, this has a 10,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. If they were to add 800 pounds to that, this truck would have 4,000 pounds of payload. But I hope you guys liked the video. Special shout out again to Larry H. Miller, Super Ford. If you would like to purchase a truck from them, be sure to check out their inventory. Let them know you saw the video. See you guys soon.